how to pronounce São Paulo. And let's see if we can find a video tutorial and I can try. Yeah, they're very different, Sicilian and Italian, but it depends. Sometimes they are, sometimes they are not. All right, so how about this? I'm going to click a video and you tell me if they're pronouncing it right. If we get your blessing, then I'll try and imitate it. How about we do that? That sounds fun. Let's do it. All right, let's go. All right, so we skip this guy, Julian Michael, because this guy doesn't know anything. And let's see this guy. How to pronounce this. All right, 1 second, please, because I need to...
Welcome to another...
All right, welcome to another video, he says.
Video to help you improve your pronunciation. Today, we're going to talk about how to pronounce the largest city in Brazil, not the capital, but the largest city. São Paulo means St. Paul in Portuguese. Now, you might be thinking, well, I speak English, so when I talk about a city in Brazil, I'm just going to say it however I say it in English. Yeah. Usually English speakers, or at least people from the US, will say São, like S-O-W, São Paulo. But if you happen to want to know why or how it's pronounced in Portuguese, in Brazilian Portuguese, or if maybe you're traveling there, maybe you live there, and you just still can't get the right pronunciation.
Okay, let's go.
Of your new hometown. Maybe you just want to know how it's pronounced in a native way. You don't even have to be learning Portuguese. The first thing that people notice is the weird squiggly line over the top of the A in São. This just makes it nasal.
Did he pronounce it right? I don't know if he's native, to be honest, but how was it? What do you guys think? Did he pronounce it right?
Right? Nasalized, everybody knows what that means. So instead of saying São, you have to say São. São. São.
Okay. São. Say it again.
Nasalized, everybody knows what that means. So instead of saying São,
okay, it's not São.
You have to say São.
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 São. São. He's native? Nice. São.
São. Like make him say It's a very flattering sound. But it's natural in these languages, so we just go with it. We do what we have to do.
Yeah, sure.
I used to think of the word Soundgarden, the band Soundgarden. Remember Soundgarden?
São. Pretend you have with a cold. Sounds good.
Sound. The first 6 letters, Soundgarden. To the G, you would pronounce that kind of naturally. Soundgarden.
Sound.
Another technique is to think of the English word sung.
Man, I love it. I love the way it sounds.
S-U-N-G, sung. And then add an oo sound after it. Sung.
Good teacher, by the way.
Ooh, são.
São.
The second word is a little bit easier because you only have one small change. The last letter O is going to change to an oo sound.
Yeah.
So Paulo instead of
Paulo.
Paulo.
Right. Paulo.
Instead of Paulo. This type of language focus.
São Paulo. Is that right? São Paulo.
On pronunciation is extremely useful for making the right first impression, right? If you say the city that
got it? Oh, good. Nice.
You're visiting properly, even if you offer 1 or 2 words, that pronunciation kind of goes a long way. People notice those things really early on. So I hope you enjoyed the video.
Absolutely, man. Let's give him a like. That was great. That was really cool, man. I love Portuguese. I freaking love Portuguese. Plus, this is the thing about the Brazilian variety. It's the musicality of it. And because Italian is a very musical language too, I think that's why I feel like, I kind of feel like a home here. Because we also, quando parliamo in italiano, si va un po' in alto, poi si scende, e in questo modo intoniamo, insomma, la nostra conversazione. Italian is like this. It's very like ups and downs and this and that. That's how Italian is. So like and that's one thing that I kind of feel it's different. Like the notes are different, but the idea behind the musicality of the language, that you just go up and down with expression and passion, it kind of makes me feel like, you feel like you're a cousin. Like you may not be a brother, but you're a cousin. You know what I mean? So that's it's very cool. Q Bandon, buonasera. Yeah, it makes sense, but that's cool. Not a problem. Yeah. Oh, when you speak Italian. Yeah, that's great. I mean, cool. And actually, did I ever hear a Brazilian accent on someone who speaks Italian while you speak Italian? Maybe not. That'd be cool to listen to. Maybe interesting. Be interesting. That's why, like, I actually get personally offended. It doesn't happen very often. I do get personally offended when in a movie you have this, like, an American character, for instance, and then they're like, stop speaking Spanish, and the guy's like, it's not Spanish, it's Portuguese, and they say, oh, so ugly Spanish. I would want to smack their face. I'm not even speaking Portuguese. I don't even know, but it pisses me off because you gotta be insane. Like, I can understand that some people may like, no, I like Spanish more, fantastic. But to me, apart from the fact that they're so different, it's like literally apples and pears. But whatever. To me, they're both so beautiful in very different ways. And yeah, I do speak some Spanish. I studied Spanish at school because something we do back home. I mean, Italy's right around the corner from Spain, which is one of the reasons why when I speak Spanish, and I do enjoy speaking Spanish every time there is like Mexican, we always speak Spanish. I love doing that. It's fun. And I promise, I do slip in the occasional Italian word, but I don't know how to say it in Spanish, but I enjoy doing that. But my Spanish, when I speak Spanish, I do pronounce that I do have the interdental sound, because once again, Italy and Spain are so close that's the variety of Spanish that I was taught in school. So I will say gracias, la conversación, podemos hablar un poquito en español. So that's how I speak it, because that's how it was taught to me, right? So I will tell you, los pimientos, I don't even know why I said that word right now, las ventanas, and sí, me gusta el idioma, hablar el idioma en español, whatever. But but yeah, so yeah, that's how I speak it. But regardless, to me, Portuguese is such a gorgeous, gorgeous language, and yeah, pisses me off when people say that. To me, I like Spain Spanish more than Mexican Spanish, but I like Mexican Spanish too. So it's pretty cool. Do you think it'd be quicker to pick up Italian and Spanish after learning Latin? Sure, yeah, absolutely. If you already know Latin, I mean, I wouldn't study Latin to give you an advantage over languages that are objectively easier. I mean, that would be like insane. But if you already know Latin because you've studied it, it's something you have a passion for, then yeah, you'll recognize words, and it might, and then you will be happy that you don't have to worry about ablative case and vocative case. You don't have to worry about that. For instance, in Italian, there is no neutral. You only have feminine and masculine in the gendered language. So that makes it easier as well. I understand that, Jack. Yeah, sure. I mean, Mexican food is, yeah, they win with that one. Yeah, the declensions melt my brain. I understand that dream for sure. It's always fun, isn't it? Because you have that, is it going to be nasalized? Is that what that is doing? That would be my guess coming from other languages. So how do you say aun, aun? I don't know. I would have to listen to it. I imagine it nasalizes it, unless it actually affects the open or closeness of the vowel. Who knows? Well, I'll have to listen and repeat, I suppose. That's what I would have to do. First, reach fluency in Italian. Then if you want to learn Sicilian, go for it. I would first reach fluency in Italian, though, so that you can communicate with everyone in Italy. And then if you happen to be in Sicily and want to start making some sentences in Sicilian, of course, Sicilians would love you for it. And that could be fun. But then you can always switch back to Italian also, because there isn't that many online sources for learning Sicilian. And by the way, that was, again, the guy who said I don't speak Italian nor Sicilian. He said, oh, look, I debunked Metatron, because Metatron said on another video that there aren't that many online resources to learn Sicilian, so it's impossible that he actually learned Sicilian. I'm like, you idiot, I was brought up in Sicily. I don't need online resources to learn Sicilian. Maybe if I want to learn like some archaic thing, or if I want to study actual Sicilian poetry, then yeah, I'm going to need to. But I don't need it. I went to school. That's what we spoke in school before the teacher came in. When the teacher, the professor, entered the classroom, we switched to Italian. Buongiorno, professoressa. Come sta? Tutto bene? Grazie. That's what we did with the professor. But when the professor left, when the teacher, I say professor because in middle school, we still call them professor. I know they're in America, professor is mostly university. Whatever, the teacher. When she left, we were back to Amonica, ma fare tassettaise, so se te ma giocare, amone, pigliati sta cosa. That's how we spoke. Sicily. Okay? So that's how it is. It's how I learned the language because I was brought up there, you muppet. But yeah, here we are. Anna, kate, avani, bigyan ko asa. Anyways, I think it has been 30 minutes. So thank you again to the members, of course. I'm going to switch to back to anyone, and I'm kind of just to say bye to everyone because I'm about to, I guess, stop the stream and in a little bit, in a couple of minutes. But I do want to thank everyone for joining. Freedoms is cognitive. So good to have you here, guys. Thank you for staying, by the way. I really appreciate that. Very cool of you. But yeah, GG, guys. Thank you for being here. Have a good one. Ciao, ciao.